Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell, and today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of the Four Knights of the Apocalypse, Chapter 62, titled The Start of a New Legend. Well, if you mean the start of a new Karen, then yes, but if you mean an actual legend, nope. But I don't want to spoil too much right now. Let's just go through chronologically for the chapter. So yeah, anyways, the first page we actually get is not a different color page or a colors page. It's just more of an in context in the universe page where we see all the four knights standing there with Gawain being put more of a focus of it and demonstrating not only her size difference but also her figure, if you know what I mean. But yeah. So anyways, we start the chapter properly with Pelga be like, well, what a fine honor! I didn't expect to meet the four knights of the apocalypse today! Well, to be fair, you were going to Percival, and it was fair to say that at least like one or two of the four knights would have been already in Lyones. I guess the four is a shocker, but I don't say that unlikely you have met all of them. But regardless, then we have Gawain like twitching a bit like, huh? What? These are the Knights of the Apocalypse, like me? And she just looks at everyone and I'm guessing she's looking at Percival right now because Percival has like a very chibi childish look to him. Because I mean, okay, Gawain should have already know about Tristan being one of the knights, and Lancelot doesn't look that that outside of Tristan's look. So I really know why Gawain would have a problem with the group, except for with Percival. I mean, maybe she doesn't think Tristan deserves it either, but I mean, I don't really know why she would have a problem with the group otherwise. So yeah, anyways, then we have Donnie be like, "Come on, kick his ass!" As like, "No, this is our fight to win." I would say this is more like an unfair fight for Belga, but if you want to say this is your fight to win, then sure. Anyways, then we have Belga be like, "Well, what now then?" So he's wondering how this is gonna go. I feel like Belga probably doesn't not want to be the first one to make a move because it's 4 versus 1, and these four are extremely powerful. So he probably just wants to get the scope of the field, so you know what exactly he's up against. So yeah, I was then we get Lancelot just be like, "Look, old man, if you're gonna run, best do it now." Yeah, basically the same thing as in the last chapter. As then we see Pelio and the other guys just be like, "Huh?" And then we have Trisha just flipping out, be like, "What? How dare you give the enemy the chance to flee? We have to take him prisoner. We have to." So I'm guessing that the relationship or the running gag in the series is gonna be Tristan being kind of like the girlfriend like Elizabeth was in the previous arc, so in the same sense. But yeah. So anyways, then Lancelot be like, "My dear, what's it matter? He's looking for a fight, not to kill." So yeah, he's like, I mean, he's not trying anything, he just wants to fight. Anyways, then Tristan be like, "So what? He's still our enemy either way." So yeah, he's flipping. And then we have Tristan turning to Gawain as he's like, "What do you think, Gawain? Don't you think letting the enemy go would be a travesty? Don't you?" I just feel like Drew's gonna have like a very feminine voice right now. I don't know why. So I'm gonna be like, "Kill him. He must pay for calling me a little girl." And Sparkle's like, "Huh?" As it goes, they're like, "Truly, he deserves to die 1,000 deaths." Didn't Balgod say the last chapter, "young lady"? Or was that a translation problem? Because I'm pretty sure that Balgod can say "young lady." Although maybe Gawain is referring to something else now? I'm not exactly sure. As then we have Trish and Shaker is like, uh, "You don't have to go that far." So yeah, and then we have Lancelot be like, "Here comes trouble." I guess you can tell like Gawain's completely serious on this. As then we have Lancelot turning to Percival, is like, "Percy?" As Percival approaches Pelgard, as then we have Percival saying, Palgat! And then Palgat's like, what? Ready to fight now that you have these allies? As they were Percival just putting his sword and his sheet in his bag. He's like, in the end, I don't want to fight. I just can't hate you the way I do Dad and King Arthur. So yeah, like everyone could have expected, Percival doesn't hate Belgod. Although I think he even said that in the last chapter. Then we get a shot of Belgod's helmet. As there we have the Arnie and just be like, Percival! As they have just like, what is he talking about? I just want to give him a very girly voice for some reason. Then I was like listening to him. As then so I was like, you might laugh and say I know nothing about you, but I don't know. I do know. I can tell you're not a bad guy. Is that strange of me to say? Say? As Pelga just looks at him, looks down on Percival. And again, maybe it's because Percival is, supposed to be a child, but Pelga doesn't actually look that big here. Like, I feel like a lot of actual, other captains would be oversizing Pelgat. Like, even his shoulder, I would say, is probably bigger than Pelgat right now. So here's the Pelgat saying, so you're asking me to sever ties with my master and join your side? As then we have Percival be like, well, yeah. As Pelgat's kind of like tapping his head, like, good boy, good boy. As then we have Nazians and I'd be like, huh? Is he for real? And then we have Pelgat just going to grab Percival by the cave, put him in his arms as Pelgat's like, forgive me. Unfortunately, that will not ever be. As then we have Tristan's like, let go of Percival! And then Pelgat just throws his shield at them, which Tristan dodges, and as the disc just goes in, his shield goes into the air and spins in the air, and then Pelgat just jumps off as he goes on the shield to start riding it like Silver Surfer. As Pelgat's like, time to take your advice and make good on my escape. And then Percival was like, yeah, wah! And then we see a shot of Pelgat's arm. I'm guessing the free one that doesn't have Percival in, as he like moves his finger a bit to get his his like I don't know what that's called, or mace, I think, whatever that's called, his weapon back to him. As then they are all just standing there, and then Tristan makes his angelic wings. I guess his wings are still gotta be demonic. As then she's like, "You are not escaping me!" As then Pelgar throws on a perfect cube at them, as Pelgar's like, "Here, you can have this." And this perfect cube actually managed to capture Tristan, Gawain, and Lancelot in it. As then I was like, "Oh no! Unless we do something, he's gonna take Percival away." And yeah, no, by the looks of things, it seems like Donnie is possibly trying to get Percival, but it doesn't work. Again, it's not focused too much on it, but it seems like he can't use his princess on the range yet. I mean, to be fair, they do seem to be already very far away from the group, and these three were even farther. Like, Donnie's literally the farthest away by this perspective. As anyways, then we cut to God flying around as Spurs like, how dare you trick me? As Spurs was like, who did and when? And then was like, you acted like you understood me for a moment there too. And then Spurs was like, oh, think I did well enough. I knew just how much of a pushover you are, and that's what I like about you. So yeah, Palmer's basically like, yeah, you're totally pushover. You shouldn't have expected this, but I like you that way. I have no problems with you being this. Anyways, then we have Percival looking up at him as he's like, let me go. And then I guess Percival is like starting to shake like a baby at this point. And we don't see it. That's the one I'm thinking that's gonna happen. And then Percival is like, whoa, stop, Shockwave, just sit tight for me. Yeah, he's basically the dad at this point. Anyways, then we have Nazians, Donnie, and as well as the rest of the Holy Knights looking at the perfect cube. And she's like, what a disaster! We let him kidnap Percival right from under us! So yeah. Is there a Tristan back? Why did you attack him as he fled with your magic? And then Lancer's just like, He'll take Percy down with him. To be fair, Lancelot, I'm pretty sure that Percival could handle this, or that he had a good chance of handling this. Anyways, then Lancelot is just thinking to himself, and that old man, Percy really was making him waver. So, in case any of you are wondering, yes, Belgard indeed was wavering when Percival was giving him this proposition. Anyways, then we have Percival be like, Prince Tristan, we will return to the castle and call for Thetis. Thetis? Who is Thetis? Am I forgetting someone? I'm not sure exactly. And so just be like, thank you, Palio! Anyways, then we have Gawain just hitting the perfect cube a bit, like, that standard. And then Gawain says something in that language I think we've seen before, but I'm not exactly sure what. As then the perfect cube dissipates in front of everyone. As then we have the perfect cube is gone. As they're all alerted. As then Tristan be like, Gawain, did you do that? As then Gawain doesn't respond, just looks at her hand. As then just like, regardless, we have to chase him down right now. As he just makes his attack wings and just flies off. uh, anyways, then we have Lancelot be like, you used absolute cancel just now, didn't you? Who are you, man? So yeah, as Gawain's just like doing that power pose right now, as she's just like, heed my will, sacred sword, Lita. Which, in case you're wondering, yes, Lita indeed is a reference to Askenod's axe, Rita. And funny enough, there was someone who actually took the shot of Askenod's axe and compared the two blades, and it kind of looks similar. Now, I'm not exactly sure if there is a connection. There very easily could be a connection between these two weapons, but I'm guessing it could just be like, it's a strong weapon, it's a strong sacred treasure, it could be useful. So yeah, anyways, then we have Don be like, Lancelot, we ought to go after them too. Then Gawain says something that language he said earlier, as Lancelot just like, nah, let Tristan take care of that. Yeah, yeah, that's gonna help. Like, yeah, that girl's gonna handle it. And then we have Gawain disappearing. There's some question this is teleportation or just jumping. I'm guessing it's gonna be teleportation by what we see later. Anyways, there's Nonsense be like, she? And I was like, she's gone? As then we get Tristan be like, wait! As Spencer was like, Tristan? As then we have Bella be like, huh? Can you keep up with my round shield? Okay, that's we know what the name of the Belgrade shield is. As then we have Tristan be like, Titch! As then Bella be like, hold on, what's this magic flying at me right now? As we see like a blink of light, as we see the sacred treasure that Gawain summoned, and it spins around, and goes like a blade. Then we see Gawain's hand grabbing the blade as she's up in the air, getting ready to slice. As we see her boobs, of course, almost going up in the air as well. Weirdly enough, in this shot actually gives her the same kind of weird boobs that Anne had when her dress got ruined. You know, the weird ones where it looks like there's a piece of glass pushing them in right now. But anyways, Gawain's getting ready to her first strike, which is a pretty awesome panel. In all honesty, she's right next to Pelgat, which is actually the reason why I think it was teleportation just now because of the positions that she's in and how perfect it went. Is there a Pelgat be like, what? Where did you? As the Gwen's like in the mid-air, I guess the time stopped for some reason. And she's like, I believe I told you. I would kill you. As then we have Pelka back, and you would take Percival along for the ride? Because the strike that she's going is definitely going for the, very large hit. At least I think so. It's with the damage later. And then we have Govege with full sadistic face, which we actually got in the previous in a few panels back as well when she was doing that perfect cube cancel, but this one's like even more pure sadistic. But anyways, Gawain goes for the cut and actually does hit exactly where Percival is. Like that was exactly the cut that she was going for. As Pelagard is trying to get his mace up. But then, anyways, then we see Percival as we have some blood dripped on him. But luckily enough, Pelgar, being the good daddy that he is, threw Percival away from the hitting wounds as the slash went a bit down. And then we see the slice that went into Pelgot, and we see that it went right through here. And Pelgot's like, be like, girl! As then we have person be like, stop! As then Pelgot's starting to fall down. As Gawain's then like, from perspective, be like, time to end you. As person's like, stop! As in, Bertha just gets the power of hope there and punches Gawain away and sends her down as Gawain gets that sadistic expression with her boobs, of course, being the panel. And she's looking at Percival, probably thinking, oh boy, you are dead next. Or you die before him. So, yeah, end of chapter. So this chapter wasn't at all what I was expecting. I was expecting like there's a little bit of a battle between Palgod. Like there'll be a battle between Palgod right now, and then the next chapter would have these sequences going on. But I guess not. I guess we just got to completely already Percival getting kidnapped type of stuff. So yeah. Now this actually finishes the prophecy that was talked about previously with the Knight of Chaos took hope away with the blade of a traitor or something. And well, Gawain is striking King Pelgar right now after Percival told him to not. Is against the blade of traitor, so I guess now we know what the prophecy was. Unless if this is all just a misdirect for us all to, think that's what's going on, but it's actually gonna be something else. But we'll see. So yeah, this chapter D is a pretty fun chapter. I like Pelgar's character. I like that whole kind of dynamic he and Percival are getting. And while I like to make fun of Tristan's voice, I'm gonna be making fun of Tristan's voice a lot. I do think he was pretty much on the point. Like he's not a cool type, he's more like the up in the air type, which is fun to have. It's a good counterbalance between between him and Gawain and Lancelot's more chill expressions. But yeah, going to this expression is pretty fun because now she's actually starting to be more different than Ascanor, which was something I was concerned about when it came to Gawain. But yeah, when it comes to that, it's very fun. Now there are some theories about what the hell is up with Gawain. Like there's some theories that maybe she's connected to Merlin in some sense, which to be fair by appearances, she actually does look like she would fit that description right now. But yeah, we'll see on that front if that's truly the case. As for what's gonna happen next chapter, I'm guessing there is gonna be a bit of a battle there. Like, I would honestly not be surprised if there is gonna be a bit of a clash between Percival and Gawain. Not anything major, but I could see it, and I could even see Trisha like coming there to protect Percival for what Gawain's doing. Honestly, I could tell. I don't think I want to see Gawain getting her butt kicked by Percival and Tristan and maybe someone else showing up because I feel like Paga could probably get back on his disc and like slam her. Like I thought you see it. Percival and Tristan and Lancelot team up to fight Gawain as then Palgod shows up and just slams her and sends her to the wall and defeats or something. I could actually see that happening. But I am kind of curious if that's going to continue. Honestly, we could even have Meliodas showing up and beating the shit out of Gawain to show just how much they still have to go to improve. Since let's be real here, I mean we should still establish that Meliodas is stronger than the four knights in a more concrete manner, and Gawain, in my opinion, right now would work perfect for that. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you like this reaction. I hope you leave your thoughts on this chapter in the comments below. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.